Our verse for today is going to come from the 33rd chapter of Genesis, verse 10, but I need to give you a little background first. Yesterday I shared about how Jacob was fleeing for his life because he stole his brother Esau's deathbed blessing from his father, and he goes off and he works for Laban. He ends up marrying Rachel and Rebekah, and eventually decides things start to get a little dicey between him and Laban, and so he's going to leave there and he's going to go back. And so he's still afraid of his brother Esau and what he might do for justifiable reasons. And so he tries to send presents in advance to Esau, and he sends him a whole bunch of flocks and oxen and donkeys and slaves and all this, and the message comes back, we came to your brother Esau and he's coming to meet you and 400 men are with him. Well, this strikes all kinds of fear into Jacob's heart and spirit, and after this he ends up wrestling all night with an unknown spiritual adversary. And then in chapter 33, Jacob and Esau, the estranged brothers, meet. And I think it's one of the most beautiful images of reconciliation that we have in the entire Bible. Jacob, ever the cunning one, he sends all his animals, all his slaves. He sends the children and the wife he's not as entranced with first. He comes up last after everybody else, and he's fearful, but Esau runs to meet him, embraces him, falls on his neck, kissed him, and they wept. This is the same image of reconciliation that Jesus uses when he tells the story in Luke chapter 15 of the father with the two sons. It's like the fulfillment of the reconciliation that we see between Esau and Jacob. And Esau says, what do you mean by sending all these people and all these animals and everything, and Leah and Rachel coming and bowing down, and Jacob just wants to find favor in his brother's sight. And Esau says, I have enough, my brother, keep what you have for yourself. And that brings us to the verse of the day, which is Genesis 33, verse 10. Jacob said, no, please, if I find favor with you, then accept my present from my hand, for truly to see your face is like seeing the face of God, since you have received me with such favor. Isn't that beautiful? To see your face is like seeing the face of God. Some of you may have seen or heard the musical Les Miserables, and in that great musical there is the line, to love another person is to see the face of God. And I often wonder if it was inspired by Genesis 33:10. There are few greater pictures in life than the beauty of a genuine, heartfelt reconciliation. And I pray that if there is a need for that in a relationship in your life, that God's Spirit would help you to bring it about, so far as it depends upon you.